welcome to Brian Jacobs Golf. My name is LaBella and I'm an associate instructor here at the Academy. And today we're going to go over a draw versus a fade. So here I have my Game In-Glove mat set up. I have my Game In-Glove glove on. We also have our Trackman here. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to set up with this Game In-Glove mat and how to set up to it so we can hit draws or fades. So first I'm going to go through and show you what a neutral stance is. And after neutral, I'll go ahead and go up for a draw and then a fade. And then we're going to take a look at what it looks like from the overhead view. And then we're going to take a look at what Trackman shows us with each shot. So first we're going to go over neutral. So when we're set up neutrally, our stance is going to be square to our target out there. And I have this mat set up square to our target as well. When we set up, we can actually set up with the ball outside the mat so we can hit the ball off the mat, and then we'll have the laser set up to where we need to. Now for a neutral shot, we're going to trace the top line on the way back. And on the way down, we're going to trace the bottom line. And impact, and we'll trace the top line on the way through. Now we have a little bit of right to left wind today, so our ball's going to end up a little bit left of our target, so we just got to keep that in mind when we're looking at the data. Alright, so here we are with a neutral swing with my 7-iron, using Game In-Glove as we can see here, still have it set up. And right here, we can tell that we have 0.2, 0.8, and 0.7 for a club path, face the path, and the face angle. So I tried swinging as neutral as I could. I'm usually a draw swing, which we'll get to next. But right here, anything that is, let's say, a 0.1 or to a 0.9, we'll just call it 0. So this is a pretty neutral swing, as we can tell. Path is 0.2, face is 0.8, and face angle is 0.7. And as we can tell, that it went pretty straight. It's 9.7 feet left. But then again, we did have the right to left wind, so that probably would have been fairly straight, maybe even a little bit to the right of the target. But this is with a neutral setup, with setting up square to our target and having the mat square as well. Now for our fade, just be the opposite of the draw. First, we'll go into a neutral setup. And then here, we'll go ahead and open our stance so it's pointing left of our target. When we swing back, same takeaway. On the way down, same thing on the way down. At impact, we're going to feel like that laser is actually going down the line underneath. So we have the two lines on the way through, the top line and the bottom line. It's actually going to be the bottom line, and we're going to feel like we're going down on the way through. Then on the way down, the laser actually might be a little bit above this inside line. So let's go ahead and set up. So we'll be neutral. We'll open up our stance. This opening of the stance is going to promote more of a out to in path. So on the way through, we're just focusing on getting to this bottom line. So our takeaway is going to be the same, and our downswing might actually be a little bit over that bottom line there. So the goal of our fade is to start left of our target, so our face angle is going to be a little bit closed, and our path is going to be left of that, so it's going to fade back. So the difference in the angles is what makes it fade back. So that's the face of the path, that's going to be a little bit open to that. Since we have the right to left wind, it ended up being a little bit further left than what I wanted, but it will fade back. Alright, so here we go with a fade, and here we have the stance open. So now we're more open. The open promotes that out to in path. And when we look here, we can see that the out to in path, now we have negative 3.9. So negative means left. So Trackman showing us that I had a negative 3.9 path left because I was open. And then since we're open, the face opens up. So an out in path promotes left path, open face. So as you can tell, my face was a little too open here, so I kind of just held it off. So my face angle was plus 2, which means my ball is going to end up to the right of the target, and we can see my ball ended up 9.7 feet right. So now next time if I were to hit it, and I had my face angle 0, it would be more on top of the line, closer to the line. So the goal with that fade would be to start it left and have it come back to the right, but not further to the right of the flag. So I kind of failed there, and I overcooked it and went a little bit to the right. But when you're working on it, that's what we want to try to work on. We want to try to work on starting it left and having it come back to the flag, but not past the flag. You know, I'm more of a drawer of the ball, so I do need to work on these fades. Now let's take a look at a draw. Now for a draw, we're going to set up the same way we did for the neutral shot. Now we're going to set up with a closed stance. So closed stance means that our stance line is going to be pointing to the right of our target for right-handed players. Now our takeaway is going to be the same on the way back, same on the way down, but on the way through you'll notice that our laser is actually going to point a little bit to the right of our top line here. So for a draw, our path is going to be a little bit closed, or our stance is going to be a little bit closed because it promotes an in-to-out path. So we're setting up a little closed here, same takeaway, same on the way in. On the way through, we want to feel like the laser is going to be pointing a little bit above that top line. So to hit a perfect draw, we want our face angle to be pointed, let's say, 1 degree to the right of our target, and our path to be 2 degrees to the right of that face angle. And that's going to get our ball to draw back to the target. So a little bit close stance. We're just thinking on the way through, our arms are going to be going out just above that line. So to hit a good draw, we want that ball starting out to the right of the target, coming back to the target, and not going past the target to the left. Alright, so here we have the draw shot. I think I set up a little too closed on this one. As we can see, that setting up closed caused my path to go in to out by 10 degrees. So I was set up a little too close, and I swung out a little bit too far to the right. But here we can see that our face to path was -8, so it started to draw back. And like I said, to have a draw, we do need the face at impact to be to the right of the target. So it comes back, but it doesn't go past to the left. So here we see that the face angle is 2.3, so that's relatively where the ball or the face of the club is pointed at impact. But then the path is so far out to the right, we have a path of -8.2. So the ball starts out to the right of the target and then draws back. And as we can see here, we didn't overdraw it. We ended up being a little bit to the right of the flag. Well, I hope you enjoyed our segment today on draw versus fade at Brian Jacobs Golf. If you want to check out any of Game In-Glove's products, you can take a look at their website at GameInGlove.com. And if you have any questions for me or any of the Brian Jacobs Golf staff, you can visit our website at www.brianjacobsgolf.com or email me directly at mike@brianjacobsgolf.com. I hope you have a good day, and I hope this was enjoyable for you as it was for me, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.